So you aren't an original teacher. You weren't here from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you might know. They might have talked to you about it. What were some of the problems that the first students faced at Branch? If you don't know, um, what were some of the problems that the kids last year faced?
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about problems that the original kids faced. I know last year, not so much with last year's freshmen, because last year's freshman was the first time, from my understanding, that almost every single one of them, and that was what at that time 80 students. Almost all of them had their own devices, which was not true in the previous years. That so having devices for every student was an issue before, and so that was not an issue last year. And then and I know that has with this year's freshman class that hasn't really been an issue either. So that has been something that has improved through the process. Just like for this year, between science and math, we are recommending that they get their own calculator, because if you're going to take any kind of science or math at the college level, you need your own calculator. It just makes sense. And so go ahead. I said, and it doesn't have to be a graphing calculator. It can just be a scientific calculator. But you definitely need to invest in having your own, so that way you don't have to borrow, and or be put in the position where you don't have any. And because we don't know what the future of the calculators that we have here at Branch, we don't know what we don't know if they're going to come and get those, if we're going to still have them, are we going to be able to afford batteries to get for those calculators? So it's just better for you to have your own. Um, let's see. Internet is always an issue. Because sometimes there's things that we want to assign to you guys or even do in class, and we can do it on our teacher computer, but you guys can't do it on your devices. And so that is frustrating. So trying to find out beforehand and not the day of is it's it doesn't always get to happen, and so you always have to have a backup plan just in case. And but technology will always be an issue, and and it's because it's ever changing.